Hello everybody. That was good. It's nice to be here. It's really good to speak to you all, to be part of the very first big talks. It's very, very seldom in life that you actually get the chance to be an innovator and to be the first in something. So it's great that you're all here. I hope that you are all a little bit excited to hear from us. All the speakers are great. They've all got different stories to tell. So I really encourage you to really draw on our stories, draw on our life experience, and really take away something from today. Otherwise it's pointless, isn't it? It won't be a very successful event if we don't get you to think slightly differently. Like Nala said, everybody, my name is Ian. I'm a success coach or a success guru, and I spend my time, my full-time job, helping people find more success in their lives. Now, it's a little bit dark in here, and it's not a TV show, so I'm going to ask you to interact with me. Just by show of hands, how many people here would say that they feel successful? In life, how many people here say that they feel successful? Hands up if you do. I can see a couple hands. Okay? Perfect. A couple more going up because other people are putting their hands up. Oh, well, if you're going to put your hand up, then I also have to put my hand up, right? Perfect. That's great if you feel successful. I love that. But some people didn't put their hands up, and there was a point in my life where I wouldn't have put my hand up. I might have put my hand up and said, well, I don't want everyone to know that I'm not successful, so I'm going to put my hand up. But I didn't feel successful. I got to a point in my life where I traveled all over the globe. I've been to every single continent that we have on this earth. I've also been about 200 meters away from Antarctica. I've had a very privileged life and I had a great job. I was earning about almost 10,000 pounds a month, traveling the world, working on luxury cruise ships. Do you think I was happy? No. Because what I'm going to share with you guys today is a formula of how you can find success. And I really hope that you can draw from that. So as it says there, my name is Ian Blunt. What I want you to focus on, ladies and gentlemen, is that you are already, as individuals, living a successful life. Every single one of you. Whether you put your hand up or not, you are a success. Why? Because you're here. You're still continuing this journey in life, right? You're still searching for something. You're going to go on and become doctors, lawyers. You're going to go on and become musicians, achieve great things. But because you're still here, it means you are successful. If you have a look at success, I studied a psychology degree, right? And in my psychology degree, we learned about theories. So I don't know if any of you guys are interested in psychology, but in theories, rather than go out and try and find every single example to prove a theory, to save time, what do you have to do? Find one thing that disproves the theory. And the example, I'll never forget it to this day, that my psychology lecturer told me. He said, let's imagine now someone wants to prove that all swans are white. What do you think you do? Are you going to go out into the world and find every single white swan? You're not going to have enough time. So what do? Find one black swan. So what I want you guys to understand is the way that you view success is individual. I could stand here and tell you 1,000 examples of what success is, but rather than waste time with all those definitions of success, and there are probably hundreds of thousands, I'm going to talk about what isn't success. Just for a second. How many people, by show of hands, would love to live in that house over there, that beautiful mansion with the pool? Hands up. If you're not putting up your hands, you're not telling the truth, right? We'd all love to live in that mansion, wouldn't we? Right? But because you own that mansion, does that mean you're successful? Not necessarily. It means you've made money and you've bought a nice house, but the person sitting inside that house might be lonely, might not feel fulfilled, might not be happy. Who here would love to take a spin in that car over there? Your hand went straight up, right? How many people, who actually, you guys don't even have a driver's license, but you'd like to go drive around in that car, right? But because you drive in that car, does it make you successful? No. It might, but it doesn't guarantee it. Look at the last one. I don't know if you guys can actually make out what that is. It's a dessert dripped and covered in gold. I did some research on that. In 2007, Guinness World Records, the most expensive dessert in the world. How much do you think it was? Shout out some numbers. A million's a little bit high. But it's a guess nonetheless. 7,000? 3,300? We'll get there again. Alright, it was 12,000 pounds for a dessert. Now if I eat that dessert, does that make me successful? No. I'd probably feel a bit sick if I spent £12,000 on a dessert. What I'm trying to tell you guys here today, and what I'm going to talk about throughout my presentation, is that success is not material. Because you own it, because you have it, does not mean you are a success. Success, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, is a feeling. You can have next to nothing and still feel successful. You can have everything in the world and feel unsuccessful. We see cases of lead singer of Linkin Park killed himself. Robin Williams, famous actor, commits suicide. Did they have money? You bet they did. Do you think they sold out films, concerts? Yep, they had followers. They had lots of followers. They had lots of people who wanted their attention. But it wasn't enough. So what I want you guys to understand is going forward in life, don't attach your success, your self-worth to the stuff you have. Because someone else has a better phone than you doesn't mean anything other than they have a better phone than you. So that's what success isn't. Let's look at what success is. Well, it's self-defined, and I've told you this already. Here's the fun part, guys. You get to decide whether you are successful or not. So by the end of this talk, and hopefully by the end of the week, whenever someone says to you, who here feels successful, the entire room should put up their hands and say, yep, I feel successful. And if you don't, you need to do one thing. And I'm going to show you what that one thing is today, right? It's very, very simple. I've designed a formula for that, actually. So let's see. Next slide, if we could, please. There it is. Nice and easy. I didn't do very well at maths at school. It wasn't my favorite subject. I did okay, but it wasn't very good. But there you can see is my simple formula for you guys. If you remember one thing from today, and this is obviously going to go out live on the platform, you can go back and you can look at this again. Remember that formula. Passion plus action equals purpose. And as Nala said in my talk before, if you find a life with purpose, you cannot feel unsuccessful. And this is going to be a silly question, but I'll ask it anyways. Do you think successful people feel happy or sad? Happy, right? So if you find purpose, you will find happiness. Now this is why I wanted to come and talk to you today. This is why I wanted to get involved in big talks. I ran a poll on my Twitter account. I ran a poll. Just around about 500 or so people responded, which I think is a good sample size to do a test. And what I asked them was, how clear is your life's purpose right now? And a staggering 44%, almost half of the people said, I have, in capital letters, zero idea. Right? And that's why I wanted to get involved in big talks. When I was growing up, when I was your age, I had absolutely no idea what my purpose was. Right? But I certainly knew, and I know you guys do too, what my passions were. And if you know what you're passionate about, you can turn that into your purpose. And live a life of purpose, and you're going to be successful. You're going to feel successful, right? And therefore, you're going to be happy. A couple other people did answer. You can see I have like 20 in mind. Maybe you're in that frame of mind. Like I've got 6, 7 different things I'd love to do. I'm on track and it's going slow. And only 11% said, oh yeah, I'm doing it, right? And this for me is why I wanted to get involved, because I want you guys to understand that life is about passion. Now very quickly, I'm not going to bore you with words. I know pictures of golden desserts look better, but passion is defined as a strong, a barely controllable emotion, something that you're super excited about. This could be journalism, this could be football, this could be music, this could be fashion design. It could be working in the church, it could be working in the garden and cutting trees, for example. Whatever makes you smile, whatever makes you happy is your passion. And now all you have to do is take action, right? And action is defined as an exciting activity, so you actually take action. I love football, I really do. Any football fans here? Yeah? Love football, right? I enjoy football. I'm not very good at it, but I enjoy it, right? Now, if I wanted to take my passion and turn it into action, I'd have to do something exciting. What I mean by that is not sit on the couch and watch my team lose every weekend, right? I would have to actually get off the couch and go do something in order to find purpose. Now, purpose is the most important thing here, guys. Purpose is your reason for living. What are they going to say about you when you're gone? You guys should know who Steve Jobs is, yes? Right? Steve Jobs, the founder of Apple Computers and Apple, right? If you didn't know who he was, you've probably got one of his devices at the moment or in the lockers, right? But purpose was huge for Steve Jobs. He said, being the richest man in the cemetery doesn't interest me. because we all have the exact same thing. He said, going to sleep knowing I've achieved something is what I'm after. And that's really what I want you guys to feel, right? And that is your purpose. So that's just a quick definition. That's sort of the boring side of things. But your purpose is why you're alive. Now, what is your passion? That might be, some of you guys might make that face. What is your passion? I have no idea. Any other Toy Story fans out there? Yeah? What's his name? Forky, right? Like there, you can see on Forky's face, I have no idea what my passion is. Well, just here's a few questions, and I'm not going to go through them in detail, but you can look on the platform to help you guys find your passion and your purpose. What would you be doing if it didn't bring you any money or any social benefit? What is an activity that you would do? Would you draw? Would you design and make art? You know? Would you play football, for example? What is something that you could do if you could have any job in the world? What would you do? I know when I was growing up, I wanted to be a chef, right? And I wanted to be a chef because I was at a school where the food wasn't very good, right? And I always wanted to be able to make myself good food. But it wasn't a passion. My passion was speaking, performing. I was always on the stage. Anyone here in the drama clubs or performing in the school plays? That's where I was at school. And I was in a place where, as I said, I was earning good money, but I wasn't happy. I needed to get back to my passion, and that's why I've gone into speaking and success coaching. What about other questions that we can look at, right? What makes you feel good? That's a good one, right? We like to feel good, we like to feel happy. So there's that. There's two more, I think. In what environment do you feel most comfortable? Around who do you feel most comfortable? And what environment do you feel most comfortable? And if you could have a positive impact in one area, what would it be? So if you could help people change their lives, if you could bring a positive energy to somebody or a group of people, what would it be? I gave you a quick example just in case this is my example or something that I have done before as well. This is the questions you ask yourself, and I'll just fill in the blanks very quickly. Don't have to, let's get it forward. Right, so what are you passionate about? People specifically. What helping people? What can you do? Well, I can teach them. So how are you going to do it? I'm going to teach English online. Now that is where action comes in. The crucial thing, guys, about what I wanted to talk to you about today is to find your passion. And that little formula, passion plus action equals purpose, is if you don't do one of those two things, it's not going to work. If you have passion but don't take action, it's not going to work. But if you take action in something that you're not passionate about, it's not going to work, right? So action is the most important step. So what are you currently doing? What do you want to do? And how can you, or when can you start doing this is what I want you to ask yourselves. All I wanted to achieve today is help you guys understand that you don't have to attach yourself to what you have. You need to attach yourself to how you make people feel. And the number one state that we all live in is comparison. We're consistently driven in a society of comparison these days. We compare ourselves. I drive this car, they drive that car. If that car is more expensive or better, they're better than me. That's how we look at life, but that's not true. Because remember, success is a feeling. It's individual. I want you to know right here, right now, that you are all successful. If you make the sports team or don't make the sports team, the fact that you tried out for that sports team makes you a success. Yes? You can still play football, right? If you are trying to write a book, I've just recently written a book. I submitted that book to a publisher, to many publishers. They said no. Does that make me an unsuccessful writer? No. Because I wrote a book. And I want you guys, in your daily lives and amongst your friends groups, to have conversations about what you are passionate about. Because that, as I said before, is going to give you purpose. And also, what I mentioned previously is that purpose, if you live with purpose, if you're happy, if you're doing what you want to do, it is impossible for you to not feel successful. So find your passion, take action, and live with purpose. That's everything I'm going to add today. So thank you very much, everybody. Enjoy the rest of the talk. Thank you.